okay. That's okay. Yeah, when we turn over to Rick in Ottawa, lots of times he's a little bit late coming on too there. So anyway, so we'll say 73 com. Thanks for doing the hour there, and we'll take it from here. VA3FJN from VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, very nice to you, Rick and Mardy, and hope you have a good hour. Go ahead.
Yep, thank you, and 73 there, and I'm sure we will. I know some noise there on the band, but you know, it's not too bad. Okay, let's see if Marty's there. So Marty, do you want to go ahead there?
Okay, I will, Rick. This is the TransProvincial Net, the radio station hosting the net this hour, VA3CWM, representing the Canadian Warplane Museum. Marty on the mic here in the radio room, and Rick on the other mic down in Lower Hamilton. And we're standing by for check-ins, with or without traffic. Please call now.
Victor Echo 3, India Sierra X-ray. Marty, how do you copy? Over.
Very nice signal, Barry. I'm listening with a delay on the Vermont repeater, but the transmission is coming from the Port Authority building there, as you know, and you're coming through very, very well on the SDR in Vermont. Over.
Okay, Marty. No, just checking in. We've got an appointment coming up at 3:30 with Judy, but just wanted to see how the band was doing. You guys are not doing too bad. Anyway, I'll say good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to Rick again. B3ISX is out. Cheers.
Yeah, okay, that's too bad. Anyway, yeah, good luck on that. Anyway, thanks for being there, Barry.
And I'll be listening on the side, VA3CWM.
Yeah, okay, we doubled for a minute there. Okay, thanks, Barry. 73.
73, Rick.
Static crashes here. Anyway, yeah, so go ahead, Marty.
Okay, thanks, Rick. This is the TransProvincial Net. This net runs every day from Monday to Friday from 800 hours to 1700 hours, or 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. on weekdays. And anybody's welcome to check in on voice or CW. If American chaps wish to check in on this frequency, they're only permitted by the FCC to use Morse code. So, but we'll try and understand what's going on and reply probably on sideband. Emergency or priority traffic takes precedence, so just feel free to jump in if that's the situation. Anyway, this is VA3CWM standing by for check-in on the TransProvincial Net. Please go now. CQ for the TransProvincial Net. We're listening for check-ins with or without traffic. Please call now. Not hearing anything here, Rick, so we'll let you pick it up down there and see how you do. VA3CWM, over to Rick.
Yeah, okay, Marty, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Whiskey Mike for the TransProvincial Net. TransProvincial Net operates between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday Eastern Standard Time. We try and have a controller on here every hour, but some hours we miss. If you want to check us out on the, I'm not sure if Chuck has us on YouTube or not. I haven't heard from Chuck. Anyway, yeah, we'll see if Chuck is in there. VA3CJZ, are you in there, Chuck? Over.
VA3CJZ. Hello there, Rick and Marty. I was going to get back to Marty, but I was too slow getting to the microphone. Both of you sound real good here. I've got a couple of check-ins for you on the YouTube stream. I am streaming it under my channel, which is VA3CJZ, and click on the live button there. Rick, whenever you're ready to copy a couple of call signs, over.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and then give them to me and I shall write them in my log here, over.
Okay. First, we've got Victor Echo 3 Kilo Delta Tango, Noel in London, Ontario. And then we have Wayne, Victor Alpha 3 Fox Mike Bravo. Did you copy?
Okay, I got Wayne, VE3 DT in London, Noel. And then I got VA3 Kilo Mike Bravo, and don't think you gave me any more information. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a correction on the second call. So the second call is Victor Alpha 3 Fox Mike Bravo FMB. And the first one, of course, is Victor Echo 3 Kilo Delta Tango. Kilo Delta Tango.
Roger, and that's Noel in London. Okay, VA3 Mike Bravo. Yeah, his name and location, over.
Yeah, that's VA3 Foxtrot Mike Bravo. Foxtrot Mike Bravo. That's Wayne in Mississauga. And we also have E, my cousin, E in Ottawa. He has no call sign yet, but he should have one there in a few months.
Okay, and correction on Wayne's call, BA3 Fox Mike Bravo, and that is Wayne in Mississauga, and also we have Guy, your cousin, on there. Hello, everybody on the YouTube stream, and glad you could join us in here. And if you want to go in the chat, I'm sure you've already done that probably with Chuck there. So Chuck, it's on the stream, as you know, VA3 Charlie Julia Zulu. Okay, thanks for doing that for us, Chuck there, and we got those guys on log. I think I got everything right there, over.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'd like to give a big shout out to Mardy, who is in the Canadian Warplane Museum radio room. Marty, do you copy?
The copy is just fine there, Chuck. You're coming through here, 5-9. We do have visitors, and they sometimes come over and check things out. We've got a nice waterfall and a nice fan adapter to show. But gosh, would it ever be nice to have like a YouTube stream up here to show folks what's going on inside the radio room? Pretty cool. Anyway, Chuck, thanks for picking me up, and I'm glad Rick got a chance to get that stuff in the log. So back to you, Chuck, and you can toss it over to Rick. VE3CJZ, VA3CWN. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Marty. Well, there's always people coming in and out of the radio room there at the Warplane Museum, even though it's pretty dreary outside. It just started to rain down here in my neck of the woods, and so have a great rest of the hour. And thanks for doing what you do, Marty. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet, Zulu, back to Rick.
Yeah, okay, question for you. What do you know what the temperature is? And this morning when I checked the temperature in our backyard, it was 57 degrees, and my wife said, nah, it can't be that warm. I don't feel that warm. So I think, probably a bit of wind there was getting to her when she was outside there. Over.
Yeah, maybe the sun was shining on the thermometer, but it's 52 currently outside the CJZ studio. 52 Fahrenheit. Over.
Roger. Thank you for that. Okay, thanks for having the YouTube stream on. Hello to everybody on YouTube. This is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike, and I call signs for the Warplane Heritage Museum. And Mardy is actually right in the museum, but we're both working remote. He's working remote to the Port Authority in Hamilton, and I'm actually at my own station. Okay, anyway, this is the TransProvincial Net. We're looking for check-ins from VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. Please go now. Maybe going to be a quiet day, and maybe because of that, the stormy conditions we've got. I did notice that we had some static on the SDR, and that usually indicates that electrical interference of some sort or whatever, or a storm coming in. So, but right now I'm listening both on my own antenna and on the SDR, and it seems okay there. We did have some digital there a little while ago, but it seems to be okay right at the moment. So if you're copying us here, this is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. Please go now. Speak of the devil, we're getting digital in there, and usually when we get digital in there, they're not checking to see if we're free, because the digital has an offset, just like the CW, and because it's actually like a mode that's like CW with an offset, and that means they're not checking their offset to see if they're interfering with somebody else. Anyway, some digital on the I'm picking up there. But anyway, we should be able to hear just about anybody. So anybody out there that wants to check in, please go now. This is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. Static, Mardy? Yeah, Marty B may be, filling some visitors here in the radio room. So anyway, we'll take it away here again. This is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike, and we're looking for check-ins on the TransProvincial Net. There was a few contacts that worked calling there, and we heard them quite well. So I don't know if they were hearing me, though. Depends on propagation. This is VA3, Charlie Whiskey Mike for the TransProvincial Net. Anybody, anywhere, please go now. Okay, and if anybody has tuned us in, south of the border, American hams are welcome, but you have to use CW here because of FCC regulations. Not ours. We're allowed phone here in this portion of the band, but we will more than work you cross band. If you try CW, we will do our best copy, and if I can't copy it, Marty will be able to copy it for sure, and because he's right up on his CW. So this is VA3, Charlie Whiskey Mike, looking for check-ins on the TransProvincial Net. Hey, Bill, how are you doing? And, yeah, hey, you're coming right through, no problem at all. So, yeah, where did I hear you last? Yeah, I think I heard you on somebody's, probably on Randy's net. I'm not sure. Anyway, how are you doing there, Bill?
Hey, Rick, we're doing well. We got 10 degrees. I was able to do a bit of yard work, but then again it started to rain, and I don't want that rain to skunk the growth I have, you know. I just don't want that. So other than that, life is good here, Rick.
Well, that's good to hear. Good to hear, and yeah, I guess you're getting the same weather as us, Bill. There, yeah, like Chuck said, you know, and it was 50. What did he say? 53 or 52 in his backyard Fahrenheit, and I know here this morning it was reading 57, and I think maybe the sun was on it or something. You know, my wife said it sure didn't feel like no 57, but hey, on Friday nights I talked to the guys on Echolink, and we have guys from all over the world, and the one guy in Georgia was telling me how they had weather up in the 70s already. So also there was a check-in last night on Randy's net on 80 meters, a guy from somewhere in the States, and he was saying they were out playing golf already. So I don't think they're going to be doing that here. It'd be too soggy there, Bill. What do you think?
Yeah, it's starting to dry up. I was able to get my garden tractor through some of the grass and the bush out there. So it is drying up. You know, we don't have 70-degree weather, and you don't want to go playing golf with your thermal underwear on. By God, that wouldn't be pleasant, Rick.
Hello, Bill.
How you doing, Angel?
Doing okay.
Yeah, anyways, so are you playing golf yet, Rick?
Oh, no, that's, I used to golf, but I don't do that anymore. And, hey, I seen guys golf when it was really cold out. Yeah, you know, us Canadians are pretty robust here, Bill. Anyway, you go ahead, whoever said hello to you, go ahead and talk to them.
Yeah, for some reason I can't hear you guys on Monday evenings anymore. I'm not sure what you guys done, or whether it's the band, or maybe my antenna is pointing the wrong way on Monday nights.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple of guys haven't checked in, and I think it's a band is going long early. I thought, sure, once we change the time, you guys would be able to hear us, but anyway, while we'll wait it out, I think we're going to stay on 40 meters, so 7150, plus or minus a little bit there. The one time we had to go on 7105, or no, 3 I guess it was, 7103, because there was American ham there calling CQ on 7105. So this past Monday we were on 7105, so just so you know, we're up in that area anyway there, Bill. Okay, Marty, maybe you want to say hello. Marty, are you in there? You want to say hello to Bill?
Hi, Bill. We're located up here in the radio room and watching the scene here using the Vermont SDR, and we can see the local picture here and the picture of your transmissions, which are coming through here just loud and clear, and everybody's coming through just fine on the SDR. Our local antenna is quite noisy, and we are getting some lightning, and it sure is visible on the SDR. And you're sounding very fine at this end, Bill. Coming through much better than last week anyway. So, thanks for the call. 73 for now from VA3CWM. Back to Rick.
Okay, thanks for the check-in there, Bill. And there was somebody else in there who want to say hello to Bill there. I'll go ahead. This is VA3, Charlie Whiskey Mike. Okay, Victor Alpha 3, Tango Kilo Lima, and that must be, let's see, who would that be? That would be Dave in Cambridge, I think. Is that you, Dave?
Yes, it is, and good afternoon, you gentlemen. Today here in Cambridge, just listening along, and I thought I'd take the opportunity. I was working under the bench, so I had to get some tools, and decided to take that opportunity to give you guys a check-in. And it's good to hear you guys. I'm listening to the SDR as well, because if I try listening direct, it's actually very poor conditions, but very loud and clear anyways. Using the SDR, it's kind of like our savior.
Well, hey, that makes it possible for me, for sure, Dave. Because right here in the city of Hamilton, depending on the time of day, I get a really high noise level on 40 meters. Never used to be like that. But this SDR mantra I've got from VA3KEX just works tremendous, and sometimes I need it, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's actually useless, I can't hear anything on the SDR if they have storms or something like that. So anyway, good to hear you, David. Let's see if Marty's in there and wants to say hello.
Yeah, actually, I'd have to agree with you. Some days I try different SDRs, and I either use HOA or something in New Jersey, as well as Shrewsbury, but usually one of the three works just fine.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, I listen to one in Pennsylvania, and it's pretty good. Now, somebody told me another one in Ottawa, and I haven't checked out yet. I'm stepping back on my log and see if I can see where I wrote it. Well, here it is. BE3 X-ray Alpha, and it's supposed to be in Ottawa. B3 X-ray Alpha, it's an SDR in Ottawa. So I haven't tried that one yet, but I'm going to try that one. And there's also one in Rochester I listen to, but it doesn't allow very many users, and you end up getting kicked off there. There's one in Pennsylvania, though, is really quiet. He changed his software twice in the last 2 months, and whatever he's got on there now, it's really, really no noise. And the only problem is with the static crashes, can't hear anybody then. So it's not that good. Back to Shrewsbury. So anyway, Dave, I'm not sure if Marty's in there or not right now. Yeah, I think he may be listening, or he may have somebody in the shack there. Marty, are you on there? Can you say hello to Dave there? Over. Yeah, anyway, Dave, which one are you listening to right now?
KV1L, which is Shrewsbury, excuse me.
Roger, that's where I'm listening to. Now, I'm looking at my needle, and you're like 10 over 9. You are locally here. So, you're 10 over 9 here. I haven't really tried to listen to you locally, but you're probably there. And I can probably listen to you locally on the next program. So you're having trouble hearing me. Well, I'm actually in the lower city, and my antenna, I'm only running 100 watts. And I'm in the lower city below the escarpment, and all I'm running is a quarter-wave piece of wire that's coming off my tower. The tower is actually the other side of the antenna, and I have a one-to-one balance out there. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, it seems to be doing a good job. I can't hear you direct, though, because I have one of these SDR monitor audio switches, which is very handy, and I flicked it back and forth, and no copy on you direct, but definitely you're doing like an S9 plus and
Yeah, okay, I just did the same thing when you must have the same switch as me, and then I can flick it back and forth, and I can hear you direct, but you're right in my noise, so it's very hard to distinguish. Very clear on the SDR, though. So, of course, the SDR, you can hear yourself, too. At least I can. So, anyway, I guess Marty is busy. We'll try once more. Marty, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Rick. I'll copy.
Yeah, okay, no problem at all. And Dave, VA3 Tango Kilo Lima is on frequency. Dave from Cambridge.
Yeah, we hear Dave quite well here in the radio room, and again, we're listening in Shrewsbury, but transmitting from downtown on the Port Authority building. Anyway, good to hear you there, Dave, and thanks for the check-in.
Well, no worries. It's always great to check in. It's one of the greatest things about the hobby is when you're retired, there's always something on usually. So pleasure to hear you guys. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for doing the net here remote, and sounds great.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Yeah, thanks again, Dave. Thanks for being there. And yeah, I wish more people would check in there. You know, like this little switch here has been a godsend to me. And there was somebody that's moved not too far away from me, and he's got a lot of noise too. And he hasn't done nothing like this. This is what he needs, I think, something like this. But yeah, anyway, you know, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is in the city, inundated with RF. So whether it's caused by the electrical wires or somebody else, all I know is 40 meters is really quiet, really early in the morning or late at night. So anyway, and but late at night, that's when you work the earth and stuff, you know, the band goes on. Okay, Dave, anyway, anything else? And thanks for being there.
No worries. I think I doubled with you a little bit at the beginning. No traffic to report or anything of that nature. Just enjoying the hobby, and thanks for being there. 7-3, guys. VA3CJZ.
Yeah, hey, Dave, before you go, you're probably getting the same weather we are in Cambridge. Is it raining in Cambridge right now?
Spotty. Very, very spotty.
Yeah, right. Well, it's about the same as what we're getting here. Okay, and it looks like summer's trying to get here, but we may have to wait for it a bit. Okay, thanks. We're clear with VA3TKL, and this is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike on the TransProvincial net. If you can hear us, please go now, check in. VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike.
Victor Alpha 3, Tango Alpha Charlie.
Well, there he is. How you doing there, Tom? VA3TAC, and yeah, we heard you. When was it? Oh, you checked in with Randy, I think. You checked in. I heard you last night there, but I had to wait my turn, so I was a little bit later there. Tom, good to hear you today. There, go ahead.
Yeah, good to hear you, Randy. Yeah, I listened around a little bit on Monday, didn't hear you, but I'm sure the band will get better soon. But yeah, no, I checked in then, and yeah, we're getting a little bit of rain here.
Wet. Wet. And you know, my wife doesn't like, well, she complained about some dog in the front yard, too. You know, like my dog, he's a shepherd, and anyway, he likes the mud. He gets in out there, and he has to make sure he claws it a few times, and anyway, we had somebody on our front lawn, or some dog on our front lawn did the same thing, it looks like. But anyway, that's part of the course here. You know, we get a few good dog walkers, too, that pick it up afterwards. But anyway, yeah, that's the way it goes. That's the fun of living in the city. You get people that take their dogs for a walk at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that happens, too, there, Tom, there. Back to you.
Yeah, well, I live out in the country there, Rick, and the delivery van decided to back on the front lawn. Anyway, it got stuck, and it turned out to be one of these electric ones with batteries. Well, talk about trying to tow something that heavy out.
It is what it is, and what can you do? Yeah, anyway, yeah. Hey, you got any stories for us, Randy? The one day I talked to you, you said you were going to tell us a story about animals. I think it was you. Unless, you know, you get all these nets mixed up, and there's a net every night. You could be on a net every night there, and with Randy running his net every night, too, I tune in and listen in, and I've checked in there on 80 meters. He only gives me a 5.7 or 5.8, but at least he can hear me there. Over.
Yeah, I think you've got a pretty good setup. Yeah, I'm going to set up an inverted L or something like that in the spring when things get a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, that's good. The long wires, they got a new bell in there. I forget what it's called, but it tunes up anything. But I think it cuts back your signal as well. Probably eats up some of the juice. There used to be the 49-to-1 bound, but now there's some other one, a new type, and well, who knows? That 49-to-1, I counted the windings on it. It's only really a 7-to-1, but it's got twisted wire in it and a capacitor, so I guess that helps out tune stuff up with the long wire. Anyway, yeah, I never got into that. All I've done is made one-to-one balance, and I have homemade balance out on my antennas. So, you know, I tried to, dipoles are very good, but the only thing wrong with that is, you know, if you make a dipole, it's on one band, unless you make a doublet, a doublet and use a tuner. Yeah, apparently doublets work pretty good if you have the twin lead on them, feed them. But, you know, in the city, I guess it's pretty hard to do that in some places, even to get a big antenna. So, But that's the way it goes. Anyway, Marty's in there, and let's see if Marty can hear you. Okay there, Tom. Marty, are you on board there? Go ahead.
Yeah, we're on board here, Rick, with a little delay. Good afternoon, Tom. Thanks for being there, and you're coming through here just fine into the radio room at the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum. Over.
Pretty well too, about the same signal as Rex. You can tell you. Yeah, you know you're doing a good job. I think about it at 9 or something like that, which is pretty good. Put it up for now, that's for sure.
Okay, didn't come back anyway. Yeah. Well, there was that aircraft too that happened with the Air Canada plane there, and I heard about that on a net. So anyway, and then I heard it on the news. So oh well, you never know what's going to happen. Okay, Tom, thanks for being there. And yeah, one of these Monday nights here, I was talking to Bill there. Whiskey is good. Just a minute ago, and he, a little while ago, and he was saying he couldn't hear me on Monday night. So I don't know what's up with the band. The SDR seems to be working good. I can hear myself on it, and I don't know what he said. He just couldn't hear me. So yeah, just keep trying. Sooner or later, you'll be able to hear me, and being where you are, it's probably quieter. So anyway, we'll say 73 on your file there, Tom. VA3 THC from VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Randy. Yeah, it'll be a bit better. Well, Monday night, there's still a bit of that lingering storm. I could barely hear Randy on Sunday. I get some big solar storm or something. But anyway, you take care there, and one Monday we'll connect. If not, we'll connect on Thursday.
Okay, it's Rick, and okay, thank you for being there, Tom. Okay, we're clear with VA3, Tango Alpha Charlie in Barry's Bay, and this is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike, also with Marty, and he is right in the radio room, working remote into the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club remote station, because we have no station at the warplane right at the moment. No station. They had some repairs they had to do, and our antennas got removed. Anyway, this is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike for the TransProvincial Net. Anybody anywhere, please call now.
3CJZ, recheck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Rick, I just wanted to make a correction there. When you were talking to Whiskey is Good, you told him to go to 7105. We're at 7.150. You told him to go to 105. So just a correction, it's 7150 instead of 7105. Over.
Well, I thought I said 7150, and if I said 7105, then I definitely wasn't thinking there. I thought it was saying 7150, but anyway, hopefully he'll pick up on that. If you're listening there, Bill, yeah, make that correction there, 7150, and that's where we'll play. Also, if you check on YouTube, usually Chuck has us on the YouTube stream, so you can always find out there what frequency we're on at the moment. Now, right now, we're on the TPNet on 7100, so anybody that's on the YouTube stream, thank you for being there, and thanks, Chuck, for doing it. So back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, very good there, Rick. I just stepped away from the radio, but I got my earbuds in, and so I was listening. And I'll be here until the end. And if there's anybody watching on YouTube wants to drop their call sign, we'll add you to the log. Thanks again, Rick. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Chuck. And last night there, I heard you call me for the final round, but I was across the room on the other computer doing something there. So my ham shack, I have two computers. One computer on the actual ham shack that I use. I put the YouTube on and watch your cards and stuff like that. Watch your smiley face and your new radio, all that good stuff. And but when I'm on the other computer, the other one is not actually my main computer. I do all my email and stuff, and I was upgrading it. I was upgrading some of the programs on it and stuff like that, so I couldn't get back to you right away. And so, by the time I got back over here, you were pretty well done. So that's the story from last night. But anyway, that's the way it goes. And ham radio is a wonderful hobby, and I like listening on 9229 on Aqualink 9229 on Friday nights at 8 o'clock. And that is worldwide. Of course, it's on the internet. And you can go to VA3CJZ in Hamilton, which is at the same location as Mardy's remote. And you can go on there, and it's tuned in. It has Equalink and All-Star. So anybody listening there, you can tune us in on your computer on Equalink if you're a ham radio operator, or you can listen in on your radio. Anybody can, even a shortwave listener can listen in to 146,760, and that's the frequency of NCF. Anyway, enough of that. This is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. Make sure you get the right call sign for the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum, and we're looking for check-ins on the TransProvincial net. Thanks to Chuck for streaming us on YouTube, and it's VA3 Charlie Juliet Zulu on YouTube. So he's streaming live right at the moment. Welcome everybody that's on YouTube and listening to us there. This is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike, looking for check-ins on the TP net. Please go now.
Victor Echo 3 Whiskey Kilo Golf.
Okay, and yeah, hey, gotta get my thing. I get you in here. Okay, VE3 Whiskey Kilo Golf, and hey, you guys are like me. You haven't used your new call there a whole lot there, Kevin, and thanks for being there. Anyway, this is Kevin in Hamilton, and back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, I just been listening along there, Rick. Thought I'd key down and give you and Marty a check-in there on the Warplane Museum net there. Yeah, I just heard Chuck in there, sounding good on his new rig. And, yeah, just listen along, Rick. Thought I'd give you a check-in on my little ground-mounted vertical here with 50 watts. Well, 50, 60 watts. This 7,000, I don't know, it's getting older. That's all it seems to put out on certain bands. All depends on what area I'm on. Sometimes the wire, I get about 80 watts out of it. Weird. Oh, well, what do you want out of a... When did I buy this? 2009, 2010? So it's never ever give me any problems. Sometimes even cleaning those push-in fuses. That was a problem with radios like this here. The fuses, once they get a little corroded, they only put out about 50 or 60 watts. I notice you pull them out, clean them up, or put new ones in, and you get your 100 out again. Anyhow, that's enough. Back to you. How you been doing, Rick? And I also heard Marty in there a little while ago. I didn't hear Tom today, which is unusual. Haven't heard him on the wire or on the vertical. Not enough to make him out, but I knew he was in there. Back to you, VE3WKG or VA3NE, whichever one You want to put down or put them both down?
Okay, thanks for being there, Kevin. Sorry about the slow comeback here, but the SDR cut out on me here, and that's where I was listening to you. Anyway, yeah, I got you down as VA3 WKG, and no problem with that. I know I didn't use my two that I called for a long time. I didn't use it for about a year because I was waiting to see what happened with our use of V3DC, and I guess I wasn't comfortable with it. So now I am, and now I use it all the time, of course. And I still use my other call, V3 Oscar Zulu Yankee. I still use that on CW. That's got rhythm. Yeah, although it's not as good as BK, but sometimes I get BK mixed up there. I used it once on a D-Expedition, and I used BK, and then I thought 5 minutes later, I thought, I'll use my other call too. So I used those ZY. Guess what? Nah, BK was not in the log, but I got a QSO curve with those ZY. So there you go. You never know what's going to happen. And Tom, I don't know which Tom you meant. If you meant Tom there in Barry's Bay, yeah, you may be going to have to use some kind of a method to listen on the SDRs because you come in just great on there. And I know I have a high noise level here, Kevin. Anyway, let's see if Marty's in there. Or Marty, do you want to say hello to Kevin there? VE3 Whiskey Kilo Golf there. Go ahead.
Hello there, Kevin. We're hearing you just fine up here in the radio room. I'm listening to an SDR for the audio, but I'm transmitting on our antenna down at the Port Authority building. So it gets out well, but there's a lot of interference down there. So I'm listening on Kiwi SDR at Lodi Farm, which is down by the Finger Lakes region of New York. So you're putting in a good signal down there. And Rick, the reason I dropped out a few minutes ago was because the Shrewsbury, Vermont repeater timed out, and all of a sudden I didn't hear anything. That's what I was listening to, and everything went blank, so I had to scramble a little bit here to get back on the air. Anyway, lots of fun. All part of ham radio, operating the way we do here, and you learn a lot, keeping everything going. Anyway, thanks, Kevin, for the check-in, and I'll turn it back to you, Kevin, and you can hand it off to Rick. VA3CWM, over to Kevin with Victor Echo 3 Whiskey Kilowatt Golf.
Yeah, very good there, Marty. Yeah, I understand a little delay in there, so I kept the pause as well coming back to you. I got you a good solid 5.8, good audio, sounding good. I wouldn't even know you're on a remote if you didn't tell me there. Yeah, hopefully I made a good signal. I don't know if I'm making it into you down there at the bay, or did you say you're listening through SDR somewhere else, my signal?
Yeah, I'm listening in Vermont.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I'm making it out to Vermont on my 50 watts with my Hustler ground-mounted vertical there with many ground radios underneath the ground there. And I'll let you get in there, maybe grab a few more there. You guys got some minutes left here. Nice to hear you in there, Marty. Sounding good. Same with you, Rick, Chuck. The few people I did tune in and hear there sounding good down here at the Center Mall across the street from Chuck's there. Have a good afternoon, everybody, and enjoy your weekend coming up. Victor Echo 3 Whiskey Kilo Golf.
Kilo Golf from VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. Yeah, okay, Kevin, and I was listening to you in Pennsylvania because Shrewsbury cut me off too. So I've gone to listen in Pennsylvania now. The only thing wrong with that one, it's really quiet, but the latency is hardly anything. And You know, the filtering really filters everything out, but when they get it ballooning, I don't hear nothing. So, anyway, but of course you're coming through really good direct to Kevin, so no problem. Anyway, when you mentioned Tom, I was thinking about MQ, and MQ, I think he's a little bit disappointed. He can't hear nothing. And he needs one of these switches here. Somebody has to tell him. I guess maybe I'll tell him. If he picks up one of these switches from V3, KEX, he's telling him on TARS and on TPNet. So, but anyway, it makes it worthwhile because we have a high noise level down here. Of course, Mardy gets over it, and you get over it, and Barry gets over it, and Chuck gets over it. I don't need it for those guys. But anybody locally here pretty much gets over it, no problem. But we have a high noise level here on my antenna, and I'm surprised. Which antenna are you on right now, Kevin? I think you said something about ground radios. And are you on the vertical right now, over?
Yeah, QSL, I'm on that Hustler SIP. It's a 6-band trapped vertical. I think I got about 20 or so ground radios left on there. I did have some more, but I ran them up with the lawnmower sometime there before they got to go underground. I used those garden pegs, those little staple things to put it down. Then after so many winters, geez, I've had this up, I think 4 or 5 winters now. So yeah, they're way under there. Don't have to worry about them anymore, the ones that are there anyways. But I always have good ears, and I only got like between an S3 and a 4 noise level on here, and that's actually high. Usually I got between a 1 and a 2, if anything, on vertical. I always thought the vertical would be noisy. Sometimes it's noisy, so I jump to the horizontal wire. I got a 9-to-1 Unan with about 71 feet of wire and fed it off it, and then I got about a 17-foot counterpoise. Seems to work better for some of the other bands. It works really good on 12 and 15 and 10, and actually works good all over. Don't even have to tune it on 80. It's resonant. Anyhow, back to you, 352. You might want to try and squeeze a few more in. VE3WKG. Back to you, Rick.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Sounds like you're set up pretty good, and your noise level a lot less than mine. And I think some of mine is high-tension wires right next to me here during the daytime. But during the nighttime, it's not bad. Not bad. Anyway, it used to be a lot less. And I think my noise level is about the same as yours there at night. But during the daytime, terrible. Okay, anyway, we're clear with B3 Whiskey Kilo Golf, and we're looking for any more check-ins on TransProvincial net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Whiskey Mike. Well, okay, we're hearing a little bit of digital again. That's, you know, to me, that's an inexperienced operator that is doing digital, because it's like CW, you know, it's got an offset. So, anyway, this is VA3 Charlie Whiskey Mike. We're looking for your check-ins on TransProvincial.
Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot X-ray, Romeo.
Okay, and I just heard something identify here. I don't know, it's probably my background. Okay, VA3 Fox, is it Fox X-ray Romeo? Do I have that right?
Thank you very much. First name's Peter, Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo. We're at Nashton, Ontario. Nice place. We got overcast skies over here. Drizzled on and off for most of the day, but we hit about 8 degrees, so we're in that neighborhood, and things are melting, so pretty happy about that. Other than that, no, everything's fair, everything's working well. Okay.
complaining about the 4 feet of snow. They wish it would melt away. And then Randy, he said he had 6 inches in the front yard and a foot in the backyard. And down here in Hamilton, we had a whole bunch of rain last week, and it washed everything away. I mean, I got no snow here at all. So somebody else on Randy's net said that you know, they were having rain and they were glad because it just sort of runs away. You know, you don't have to shovel it. Anyway, Peter, so how much snow have you actually got there? Over.
Well, given the effects of today's rain, we don't have very much anymore. Just scattered piles of snow here and there, where it's somewhat shaded, let's say under the trees and whatnot. But for the most part, most of it is melted away.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Anyway, yeah, you're not really that much far north. Anyway, we're making note of that. How many actual locations in the U.S. are north of us? Being in southern Ontario, you know, one summer I got a real laugh out of watching somebody come across. They came across the border, I think, because they had American plates and they had skis on the top of their car, and apparently they had asked somebody where the mountain was.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's that's pretty interesting for sure. They another point of interest. They say that what was it? I think they said Peely Island, which is, you know, the southernmost tip of Canada, is I believe they said north of California. South of California. Sorry. So parts of California there are still north of Peely Island. So that's a little bizarre, but I guess just the way the contours are, eh?
Yeah, that's a fact I didn't know. I didn't know that, Peter. That's interesting to know. Yeah, well, I'm surprised that some of them don't seem to know their geography too well. But you know what? Like we talk to Florida quite often. Florida's got a pipeline here on 20, I think, maybe even 15. I get Florida quite regular, and there's lots of snowbirds, Canadians down there. You know, in a trailer, and it's nice to hear what the weather's like. But sometimes their weather's not much better than ours. So anyway, yeah, but it's still nice for them to be able to go down there in the wintertime. Anyway, okay, you got anything else for the net there? And let's see, we got Mardy on here too. We're both working. Well, I'm actually at home, and he's actually working remote here. So anyway, yeah, I wonder if Marty's in there. Go ahead, Marty.
Good afternoon to you, Peter. Thank you for the check-in. And we haven't had snow here for a while, a few days, quite a few days, and it's been actually very warm the past couple of days here compared to what it was earlier. But I see on the weather map you're getting a lot of precipitation. I think Ottawa is like -2, and I see it snowing, or supposed to be snowing according to the weather map, so maybe it's rain, but yeah. Go on down here, we got some warm weather.
Well, okay, that's bizarre. We're sitting at +4 degrees right now, and oh, hang on, just dropped down to +3. But we hit this high as I think it was about 5 or 6 there today.
Well, that's encouraging. Spring is definitely on its way. It's been quite a strange March. With real swings. We had a 30-degree swing there between the cold and the hot over a 24-hour period, and that was very bizarre. Over.
Oh, absolutely indeed. Yeah, that's it in the winter from L, I have to say, this is one winter in a long, long time that I did not head down south to sit on the beach and have some Mai Tais or whatever you want to call them. But, yeah, unfortunately, we picked the wrong winter to stay up here in Canada.
I hear you, but, there's going to be a few people not doing as much traveling these days, especially the price again and the things going on. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get through this. Just keep your fingers crossed.
I mean, the price, there was always a fuel surcharge that they were putting on and taking off and putting on again, but if you go down to the Caribbean, it's you get these package deals. It's all inclusive, the hotel, the flight, the food, the drink, everything, you know, bing bang boom, you pay one price, you get on the plane and you enjoy yourself for the rest, you know, for the week or 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, and don't have to worry about spending any money. So it's a nice getaway, let me tell you.
Now, what goes on up in your area as far as employment?
Well, I'm Ashton. I live in Ashton, and Ashton is the westernmost region of, or westernmost reach of the greater city of Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada. And we got more government workers over here than you can shake a stick at. So that is, if I'm not mistaken, the number one employer. What I could have probably mentioned, the industry, being the high-tech industry, would be, I think, number two, but don't quote me on that. And we used to work for Nortel Networks, or Bell Northern Research, which was then taken over or bought out by Nortel Networks. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. But yeah, it's a telecommunications company, and that developed and sold I guess communication equipment for telcos, so on the wholesale side, not for the retailer.
Okay, I didn't catch that you were from Ashton. I thought you were from up Long Lac or someplace like that. Yeah. Oh, I'm familiar with the Ottawa area. My son lives near the Carlingwood Mall there, so we go up to see the grandson, and I'm familiar with the area and the stuff. He's a project manager up there in the Ottawa area. Anyway, back to you.
Very good, very good. Okay, hey, 73 is good chat. VA3CJZ, we'll hand it back to net control and see if there's anyone else wants to check in. We're clear.
Yeah, okay, and just for your information here, Peter, I used to work for Bell Canada for 35 years. Nortel products, number one. Anyway, yeah, lost a lot of money on my Nortel stocks, but that's the way it goes. Okay, yeah, I guess we're going to do a last call, see if there's anybody else out there wants to check in before we turn over to Rick there in Ottawa, where I see our hour is up. And anyway, so let's see if anybody else is out there. Otherwise, Rick, if you're there, go ahead. Okay, there's Rick, and yeah, we had a good chat there, and with Peter and Ashton, and we had a good hour there, Rick. So you be safe and have a good hour, and thanks for being there. VA3, Charlie Whiskey Mike.
All right, you take care. Stay safe. We'll look for you a week from now there. Mr. Alpha 3 Charlie Whiskey Mike from VA3CJZ from the TransProvincial next Thursday, the 26th of March, 1600 hours Central.
Next control for the final hour, Victor Echo 3, Hotel Victor Alpha. Okay, so this is Mikey's guy. Right away, Mag Dog is taking the street. Victor Alpha 3, Papa Juliet. You see Queen Tokyo, you see Whiskey India Golf. You see Mike Bravo India. You see Mike Charlie X-Ray. You see Hotel X-Ray Fox. And you see Romeo Victor Victor. Good night, everybody. All right, Victor Alpha 3, Papa Juliet. Peter, how are things across town?